Hello, hello! Today we're gonna do some ChronoStory. Something to wind down from yesterday. I don't think we're gonna be waiting very long. I know we got an ad today. I know we have an ad today soon. Yeah, and like, I don't know, we're in the middle of an ad. That's fine. We're gonna play some ChronoStory. I'm gonna get that started now, because I don't really want to wait. Hello, Shaveen. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I had the stream name is Yum Yum, but like we're gonna just gonna you know, I'm just gonna boop, bam. Glad to hear it. Maple Story Worlds, please, boop. ChronoStory over here as well. Hello, Iman. Welcome in. And a Heratrol, welcome in as well. Just getting this thing started. We're gonna play some ChronoStory just because I feel like gotta wind down from yesterday, right? We gotta wind down a bit after yesterday. Congrats again. No worries, man. No worries. You're fine. You're fine, Cobalt. You're fine. It's all cool. It's all cool. I get it. You just hate me. It's fine. Thanks for popping and saying hi at least at some point yesterday. You're all good. Mirkos, welcome in. You're my first subscriber. That's not true, Iman. But thank you for the subscription. If you subscribed, I appreciate it. I think you're the 20th subscriber. 1220th. When you were here, like 300 subs, 600. I think it was close to like 400 or 500, probably. Maybe less than that, something like that. Now we're at 1220. But still, I'm getting the game open, by the way. I can keep talking while I'm playing because like it's not difficult to talk while playing this game. But yeah, lot of growth. It's coming. It's going. It's just from being consistent and posting lots of shorts. So we're gonna go on our DK for a moment. Catching up to you. Where are you at? Where are you at, by the way? In terms of follow count. To be fair, I haven't posted that many shorts in a while. I need to post more. I need to post like every day if I want to keep up the pace that I'm currently at. It's the only way. 2831. Yeah, I'm not catching up. You're probably growing faster than I am, but that's fine. You're very likely growing faster than I am. Totally understandable and fine. But it's to be expected. You play horror games and whatnot. Horror games are really popular. Like insanely popular for whatever reason. You do only stream one game. What game do you stream? Wait, you only stream one game. What game do you stream? To be fair, niching isn't bad. Over and over and over again. Poppy playtime. You. Sorry, but you. Did I say you? That's rude of me. Let me rephrase that. You. Oh, you're a speedrunner now. Okay. That's fine. There's other ways I could word that, but the thing is, I don't want to. 29 for now. Take my scroll vouchers. I don't know if that's fast or not, actually. Boop. All right. Completely understandable. I mean, yeah. Not exactly my kind of game. Need to get good repot. And equip stuff. When you say speedrunning, you're not talking about breaking. You're talking about not breaking the game, not going out of bounds. Okay, so it's a glitchless speedrun. Got it. You do the glitchless category. That's fine. Respectable. Respectable. I'm aware of the terminology somewhat, even though I'm dumb. A good amount of players online, not a ton. I might not get very able to win from that. So you'd call it a win-win. The last chapter took you 5 and a half hours to beat the first try. I mean, ever thought about Subnautica? Not really. I'm not a big fan of horror games in general. But I will play them. That's weird. Well, I will play them depending on the audience, right? It's like Minecraft. I know of Subnautica, but I don't think I'd play it. Going into the depths of the ocean seems like no, I'm good. I'd rather not deal with that. I kind of refuse. Though I don't mind playing Minecraft on stream. I play a lot of this though. I play a lot of ChronoStory. MapleStory content is kind of my bread and butter. I don't only play ChronoStory or MapleStory content, obviously, but like this is my comfort game. I'm trying. Like if I didn't want to play this, I wouldn't play it. You know what I mean? Gotta find that niche. You know. My niche is really roguelikes and MMOs. Those are my two niches. Roguelikes and MMOs, but only like a couple MMOs. Elder Scrolls Online and this one, basically. Otherwise, it's roguelikes. Mostly. And then friend slop if I have guests. Like, if we have people here, Played Up. I haven't played Played Up. Nightblader. You feel that as someone who used to be afraid of water games, a lot of water movement, that is, tense in ambience, you feel super uncomfortable. You're absolutely right, Nightblader. I'm not afraid of the ocean. My wife is deathly afraid of the ocean. Well, it's less that she's afraid of the ocean and more afraid of, like, the concept of things that are in the ocean that are like, deadly. Not sharks, but, like, unseen. It's a weird one for her. So I kind of understand that one on a level like that. I just don't like horror. I don't like being jump scared is my problem, right? My problem with horror stuff in general, whether or not it's water games or otherwise, is my fight or flight reflexes is punch. And I have hurt someone from jump scaring me before, so I don't, as in like going boo, you know, scare me like that. I have hurt someone before, so I don't. I try to avoid stuff that's scary because my fight or flight reflexes really push towards fight. Oi mate, looking ass. Oh, thanks, I appreciate it, Elysia. That'd be a great game for y'all to play. You saw y'all playing Peak yesterday. Yeah, you'd love Played Up. It's like 10 times better, Overcooked. Hell yeah. We played Peak and another one called, another newer game called, fuck, what's it called? I have it over here, hold up. It's in my Steam. Pratfall. It was pretty cool. I think Pratfall was a little bit overtuned, though. They made it a little bit too difficult in places. Putting your calculation looking ass. You're completely right, Elysia. Yeah, exactly. I look like a nerd and I sound like one, too. Actually, I'm not a nerd. I'm a dork. There's a difference. I'm a dork. Not a nerd. I'm too stupid to be a nerd. Therefore, I'm a dork. I think that's the terminology, right? If you're too stupid to be a nerd, but you look and sound like one, you're a dork, right? By the way, how you doing, Nightblader? How you doing? I haven't seen you here in a while. I've seen you come in a couple times, but haven't seen you in a bit. How goes the training? What are you playing now? You playing You playing ChronoStory? I assume, because you probably saw the fucking thing. What level you at? What class y'all training up? Or are you just going for, like, gearing? I recently made a really godly polearm. Well, semi-godly polearm on my Dragon Knight. I succeeded on 3 30% scrolls on a 101 attack polearm. 101 attack last unwelcome guest. Turned out really good. Made it to 120 attack. Very good. Failed 2 60% because of course I did. And that's fine. That's fine. SpongeBob SquarePants looking ass. My teeth are too far apart to look like SpongeBob. Okay, and I'm wearing overalls, and SpongeBob, he wears a suit and tie. So, no, I don't look like SpongeBob at all. I look more like Gumball. You were busy for a long time with stuff, now you're back. Started a Bowman to get back into it. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Bowman is great. I'm hopeful the fourth job for it's gonna be. Also, he looked like Goofy. Yeah, you're 100% right. I look most like Goofy. I even got his ears that transformed into hair somehow. Not intentional. I didn't notice I looked like Goofy until like someone pointed it out like 100 or 200 streams in. And I was like, oh yeah, you're 100% right. That is not something that I intended, but it was probably subconscious in my design philosophy. Probably. I do love Disney. Go eat some tea and crumpets, boy. I'm not English. Tea and crumpets my butthole. Bro's built like a Duolingo character. I've been called Parappa the Rappa. A Goofy movie is great. Absolutely. Both Goofy movies are great. The second one is less good, but it's still really good. Very funny watching like an X Games parody. But still good. Still good. First one's better though. The first one's better. Yeah, the only hell that you're gonna have making a Bowman is getting this here, the diamond arrow. That's where that's where all the struggles are with Bowman. Getting that shit is a pain in the ass. Right? Obviously, this is always a pain in the ass. I don't need a very good one. I just scrolled it up with 60%. It's okay. I'll try better next time. I have to get another godly one. That's good. That's good. That's actually really good. 30 dex, 12 strength, 8 accuracy. 11. It's okay. That's not good. And this, I fucking hate. Anyway. That's where all your problems are gonna arise. The fact that you gotta go to 2 different gachapons to get all your 3 different gachapons actually to get your gear. You gotta go to Lith Harbor to get your cape, unless you already have a cape, which you might already because you've been playing for a while as well, Nightblader, and I know. So you might be able to pull it off an alt if you've been playing before that. I think you have. What? Bro looks like Goofy, can't tell the difference. Your favorite word is thermodynamics. That is such a wild shift in conversational points. That shift is crazy. Yeah, no, you gotta go to 3 gachapons for your gear. You gotta go to Lith Harbor for your cape. You gotta go to Hennessy's for your arrow, and you gotta go to Omega Sector for your earring. That's gonna be a giant pain in the ass. Disneyac character. Yeah, you're right. One of my main, to be honest, one of my main inspirations was Gravity Falls. Obviously, it's my own styling. Oh, whenever I design a character, it's usually in a very similar style. My wife's model, also similar style. Everyone's PNG models I've made similar as well. It's like a modified CalArt style. Zoinks! I know they're trying to roast, but you're just bringing up all of the cartoons that influenced my childhood and my art style in general. And thermodynamics for some reason. I'll have you know my favorite word is dingus. It's not a real word, but I like it anyway. I should really start using these. They only last until tomorrow, so I gotta use them now. Zoink Scoob. Like Zoink Scoob. We gotta kill all these squid, Scoob. At least the squids can be made into calamari, Scoob. Ruh-roh Raggy. That's all I can do for Scooby-Doo. Ruh-roh Raggy. Actually, very clear skin. Very clear skin. I do not get pimples. I don't really eat very much greasy food, because it hurts me if I eat greasy food, but still. Yeah, but also while gachapon grinding is boring, it's something to work towards. True, the biggest issue so far is that second jobs, 999s are so slow. They're only slow until you get some points into oh wait. Yeah, into Arrow Bomb. Once you get Arrow Bomb up there, Arrow Bomb will fucking wreck the shit out of all the mobs, and you'll kill them pretty quick. It's very good, very fast grinding with a bowman. I level up faster on this guy than my main. Hello, James. How you doing? Dude, you're spitting on the camera when you speak with pig snores, bro. Elysia over here is really just looking to get banned. But yeah, I don't eat greasy food. It hurts me. It harms me to eat greasy food. I can mitigate it with some aspirin, but I don't really feel like that. If I go, if I end up having to go to a place with greasy food, then, or the only choice is greasy food, then I guess. But like, yes, you do. Oh. Is this like a challenge? Get banned by the streamer speedrun? This Elysia dude, just over here, just spitting what is it? Yeah, the ban speed run by trying to insult the streamer until they ban you. I mean, really, there is a foolproof way of getting banned. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Well, first of all, the internet isn't a free country. And the things you say online can and will be used against you in a court of law, including in America. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you can bully people on the internet. That can put you into legal trouble. So I recommend against doing that in the future. But you know, I don't care. If you want to get banned, go to someone else's stream. It's not going to happen from here. America, oh yes, let's go ahead and start being like, America, fuck yeah, where we're less free than other countries. Did you know that the United States isn't even in the top 10 freest countries in the world? Did you know that? We're not even in the top 10 freest countries in the world. And yet we tout that we're the free. No. We're not. Canada's number 4. Saying it as a joke, bro. That's fine. America, fuck yeah, where I'm poor and I can't afford to live. America. America, fuck yeah, where I get cancer and I die because I don't have health insurance. Fuck yeah. America, fuck yeah, where I go to college and now I'm in debt for the rest of my life. I feel like this dude's like 12. America, fuck yeah, where I go to college and get 6 different degrees and still can't get a job. Because everything is dominated by AI. I don't know. I think they meant snorting, but I mean, perhaps the pig has sleep apnea. Huh? You can't judge a pig by its cover, James. You don't know. Maybe it's suffering from sleep apnea. It means when a person is disgusting. That's not what it means. That is not what it means. You're making shit up now, dude. Now we're rage baiting the dude who's trying to rage bait. Any moderators? Not online right now, just me. I have your name underneath a mouse button right now. I could ban you in an instant if anything happened. So it's all good. Only moderator who'd want to ban you is me, and I'm thinking about it. But no, we're good. No. You can keep suffering. Hello, whatever person. Just go rage bait another stream. It's fine. Do it. Hell yeah, do it. The next streamer you go into, just tell them their dick is small and you'll get banned immediately. You're not a mod, James. No. James isn't a mod. I never gave him that privilege because he's too trigger happy. Do I have a Discord? Link in the description for the Discord. Easy peasy. The goal today is level 118. We're going to get that pretty quick. So the actual goal for today is 119, if not 120. I don't think we're going to get all the way to 120. That's a good point. That's a good point, James. Are you? On a YouTube page? You watch streamers a lot, James? He's not a mod. Not here, at least. Besides, I don't really want to ban you. I wanna rage bait you some more. Ew. Facebook. Now I just want to rage bait James. Not falling for what? You know, if James was actually a mod, he'd have a little wrench next to his name. You can't hide the moderator symbol. Say an insult at you? Shit. Put me on the spot here. I think your shoes are a little outdated. You should probably get like a new pair of shoes. They look a little worn out. Hello, Exo. You're currently level 64 Ice Lightning Mage. Leveling feels a bit slow. Ice Lightning Mage is a little bit slow until third job, and the leveling pace in the 60s is the slowest time for leveling. Once you get to about 70, you'll start seeing it kind of pick up, Exo. Thanks for popping in, by the way. Good try, nerd. Oh, damn. Let me try again. You look a little scraggly, bro. You should shave, I think. You look better with no facial hair. Does that work? Is that an insult? No? Damn, let me try again. Shit. You look a little dehydrated. You should drink some water. Now that's a real insult. No? Damn it. How about this one? The deodorant you're wearing, I don't like how it smells. You should try a different brand. Was that an insult? It's just medical advice? Damn it. I only insult regulars, truly. Like, James over here is a real fucko. I could insult James all day, every day. But you, I don't know you. I can't actually insult you. Other than say that your insults are weak sauce. That's about it. That's all I know. You're not wrong, actually. You're not wrong. It's he's unbaitable because his penis is so small that he can't bait with it. I'm just kidding, James. Your dick is massive. Don't worry about it. So I crash out James? You can't crash out James. James is immune. I've tried. With baby oil, huh? His hands do look a little dry. Big enough for you to give your mom a good time? You know, my mom is pansexual. She doesn't like, or no, she's not pansexual. She's asexual. She doesn't like people like that. I don't think your Pinor would give her a good time. If anything, she'd be like, "Oh, that's cute. I'm not really interested, but that's cute." Wow, look at that little guy go. Looks like a baby bottle pop. Oh, okay. Now you figured out the magic words. Good job. Good job. You did it. You did it. There we go. He figured it out. As I said, there are ways to get instantly banned here, and he figured one of them out. Gone forever. That's how you know he's like 8 years old. That's how you know he's like 8 years old. You can't rage baby into anything, but the moment you bring up some bullshit like that, you start joking about disasters. You start joking about pedophiles. You start joking about you know, stuff like that. That's just, you're just gone. That would include you too, James. So don't do it. It's just policy. Get the fuck out of here. By the way, if you're new here on Twitch, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd very much appreciate it. I stream every single day. Yesterday was my anniversary stream. I've been streaming every single day for the last year. And now we're starting a new year, new me of streaming. We're gonna play a lot of ChronoStory into the future. So if you enjoy the ChronoStory stuff, if you ever want to ask questions whenever I'm playing it. I play early, I play late. We're gonna get this Ranger to 125, and then we're gonna retire it until 4th job comes out. We already did that with my main, the Dragon Knight. You would never? That's good. Thank you, James. I appreciate the confirmation. Your humor is more refined than that. Yeah, I know. You love cock and ball jokes. My kind of refined. Correct, you're correct. That's correct. One is dumb and cringe. The other one is dumb and funny. It's pretty easy to know which one. That's why my comment on his original joke was, you brought that. His hands are looking a little dry. That was me baiting out the bad joke from him, because if he brought up that particular substance, we know where he's trying to go with it, and I'm just trying to lead him in the correct funny direction and not the bad direction. And if he took the bait, which he did, he was gonna get banned. So he took the bait. Get baited. Doo, doo, doo. Doo, doo, doo. Twitch really died, didn't it? A lot of people on Twitch that are lurking, that's fine. Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot. You're right. Whoever did that, whoever that was. Hey, honey. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. But you did remind me that I need to get rid of those now. Let's do that real fast. I also gotta get everything back to normal. Maybe I'll leave that on for a bit longer, but I'll put everything else back to normal pointage. God. Alright. That'll be nope. That'll be 69 points. Save the feed monkey is back to 200. I'll leave it, but I'm gonna make it more expensive. I'm gonna put it up to 150 points for now. You have a story? I'd love to hear it, James. How was your? Oh fuck, I did the wrong thing. There we go. Fart is going up to 120, I think is fine. Nope. Wrong thing again. Okay, hydrate. I'm gonna put this up to 100. Wee is fine. All those ones I like them at about 69 points is fine. Quack. I'll put Quack at 100. Rock. At 100. No, my outline! Why would you do this? Now that's 250. My outline, I can't believe it. Posh checks 175. Actually, I'll make Quack 125. Happy anniversary, I'll make... That's fine. Discord boop at... Discord boop should be less than that. We're gonna make it 175 as well. Become evil. We'll put that back at 999. Get piped is going back up to 999 as well. And McMurphy's is going up to 4,200. There we go. You peeled it off and ate it like a freshly boiled noodle. You did take my outline. I can't believe you. Do you speak Spanish and the words for vagina and bladder sound really similar? Was talking to your fiance saying we really wanted this running bladder water bottles. Your dad overhears this and thinks you said something along the lines of I want a vagina. Your fiance is laughing at you right now. Excellent. You deserve that. That's very funny, actually. Make sure this still works. Good, it does, okay. I accidentally named it weirdly for a second. Okay. So how you doing, by the way, honey? How you doing? Now, you should be full now that you've eaten my outline. Oh, you gotta go to work? Work, that's what it is. Oh well. You have a good rest of your day, hon. Thank you for popping in. Okay. I got everything fixed. I'm keeping Happy Anniversary relatively cheap. I just grew a new one. I can just grow new outlines, it's fine. I'm keeping Happy Anniversary relatively cheap. Actually, no, I'm gonna make Become Evil a little bit cheaper. I'm gonna make it a little bit cheaper. Because Become Evil will be 800. Get pipes to be 1K full. Oop. And, oop. That is very funny. Mucho better. I don't speak Spanish. Always love seeing Honey pop in here. Always love seeing Honey in here. I know she works, but still nice. Two clowns supporting one another. Oh, I'm not on random. Okay. Boop. There we go. Skip. This one's a bit long. XP per hour. The calculation for this place. If you can clear the map, I think it's like 33 mil an hour or something like that. I can't quite clear the map, so it puts it at probably like 20 to 22 mil an hour. So I can't one-shot the mobs. But if you can clear the map, it's like 33 mil an hour. It's really good. Welcome in, Mono, by the way. Welcome in. So I do about 60% of the EXP that is possible here. Not many classes can actually clear this map before like level 150 though. Not without really godly gear. Even my DK that hits really hard can't do it. At level 125. Still good though, still good though. Hope everyone's enjoying ChronoStory today on this nice Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday afternoon. Anyone excited for anything in particular? Anyone excited for any specific fourth job stuff? We might get some more previews this weekend if we're lucky. If we're lucky, we'll get some more previews this weekend. That'd be great to see. Would love to see. Who knows what we're going to get next? Who knows what we're going to see next? I know a lot of people were kind of upset with how strong some of the warriors felt, specifically DK. I feel like we should wait to see what all of the fourth jobs look like before we start like balancing any of the fourth jobs that are there. We gotta know what the baseline power is, right? Across the board. Which ones need fixing? Which ones need buffing? We don't want to get into a state where it's been nerfed, so now we can't buff it again. Even though now it's underperforming, you know what I mean? I'm hoping to see some Ranger stuff, obviously, right? I'm playing a Ranger. But I also really want to see what they're going to do with the mages. Cleric, Bishop in particular. That is the most exciting one to me to see, because who fucking knows what they're going to do with that? Who fucking knows? Everyone's thinking about Genesis. I'm thinking about like what they could do that would make it more interesting, right? In my opinion, I think they should add the thing from Modern MapleStory where it makes it so all of your healing skills become damaging skills. Right? And then like nerf Genesis a little bit. I think that'd be more interesting. I'm not sure how you could go about that per se in old school really well. I know people love Genesis. I find it boring, but like there's pros and cons to both, right? One is more interesting, but almost definitely less powerful for non-bossing situations. And then one is more powerful outside of bossing situations, but basically useless in bossing situations. Outside of, like, Holy Symbol and healing. Which is fine, it's good. It's always good to have a healer in your party during a boss, depending on the boss. Depending on the level of your party, their confidence. Obviously, it also depends on how they balance bosses, right? We don't know how they're going to balance bosses yet. I bet they're going to be way harder. I bet they're going to be way harder. If you're coming in for the first time from ChronoStory, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd appreciate it. I stream every day. I can always answer ChronoStory questions if you're new. If you're a veteran, I always am happy to have ChronoStory discussions as well. If you just like enjoying the music or enjoying the grinding, having something in the background while you yourself probably grind as well, I play this regularly. I even played yesterday on my anniversary stream. Not the whole stream. I played for a little bit. I finished my DK yesterday. We're finally level 125 on the DK. Don't need to touch him until... Not only did I finish him, but I really finished him until they release more. Until they release 4th job, because I managed to get the weapon that I wanted to and scrolled it up godly. We got 3 30% successes. I got 3 30% successes on my polearm. Now, yes, if you're wondering, yes, a spear is technically slightly better than a polearm because it has a faster attack speed. Polearm will hit a little bit harder, but the attack speed is kind of king. However, I am setting up for just in case they release Iran, which Bote has talked on in the past, saying that it'll probably happen eventually. So I'm gonna need a really good polearm for when my Iran makes it to level 107, and that's the one. 30% successes is kind of crazy. I know people have gotten more, and I know there's some really good, really godly weapons on the server. I might try for even better. I might try for even better in the future, who knows? But I don't think there's a big reason to go much better than what I got. Mostly, by the way, 120 attack, high strength polearm. A little low on accuracy on it, but it only started at 101 attack. It could have gone up to 103 attack. I think that's the limit with re-rolling. However, I didn't want to re-roll anymore, and you never know if it's going to blow up, so I settled with 101 to 103. What the fuck, Annette? I don't need to know that. Welcome in. Welcome in, and what the fuck? There's level 118. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know why I'm putting points into strafe. Unless they give us like ultimate strafe, which I don't think they will, because we're getting hurricane, right? We're getting hurricane. If anyone's gonna get ultimate strafe, it's gonna be bowmaster or crossbowmen, right? Marksman. They're the one that might get ultimate strafe. So there's no real point in putting points in the strafe. We don't have any bosses yet. So by the time we get bosses, other than Papulatus, not Papulatus, other than Pianist, and if you're running Pianist, then for sure, the strafe is good. But I'm not running Pianist. I don't care. I'll wait until 4th job comes out to run any bosses of any kind, including Pianist. Hello, Star Cheetah. Welcome in. Coming in from the ChronoStory side, I would imagine. I can't imagine that you stumbled in here otherwise, right? Am I wrong? Welcome in, by the way. Always love to see new faces in the chat. Chrono, I figured. I did at everyone on Chrono. I did Smega. Leveling up. I just finished my DK. My DK is finally 125, so I don't need to touch it until 4th job comes out. That was my whole plan. I wanted to get my DK to 125. I'm doing the same with the Ranger. Yeah, I got a godly polearm too. Got 3 successes on 30%. So I'm using polearms in preparation for just in case Iran comes out. Why stopping there? Too much grind for not enough. Oh, ad. I'll get to your question in a moment. In fact, I'll go ahead and go to the chat. Fun video? What do you mean? What do you mean, Jessel? I don't know what you mean by that. Okay. You're in a good mood? Hell yeah, Jessel. Hell yeah. Ah, good. Ads. Freaking ads. Once an hour. Just gotta remember, it only happens once an hour. Don't worry too much. Now the ads are over. Those of you that stuck around, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd appreciate it. I stream every single day. Lots of ChronoStory content. So if you're enjoying this kind of content, I'm here every day. Not specifically ChronoStory every day, but lots of ChronoStory. Been doing a lot lately, and I will continue doing so until I get burnt out, until I don't want it anymore. I'm not gonna play a game I don't want to play, but I'll play this pretty frequently anyway, just because it's my comfort game. Thank you, XO. I appreciate it. 118. We'll probably get to 119 by the end of the hour, my guess. Which means we'll probably get to 120 today, which is nice. I didn't think that was going to happen, but we'll probably get there. At the very least, we'll get close. Who knows if I'll be able to stream for the whole 3-hour stream today, or if we're only going to go for 2.5 hours. Depends on when my wife gets home. If she gets home before we get to before we get to 120, then we'll probably end it after 2.5 hours or so. We're not going to end anything earlier than that. I don't like ending earlier than that. Dude Wars. Oh. What? The easiest ban of my life? Easiest ban of my life? Yes. But yeah, essentially my plan here is get this character to 125. I got my other dude. I know, right? You get a lot of crazy people just saying the worst shit in chat. People will come in and then also try to say the N-word. If anyone starts their statement with just N and that's all they posted, you know it's coming, so you gotta ban them fast. Hello, Kelsey. I'm doing well. How are you doing? So you get that shit. You get people posting like swastikas because apparently that exists as a fucking thing on the internet for some reason. That doesn't happen very often. That's what I'm saying, right, Star Cheetah? But like, You got it. Something like that. They'll come in, like, you've never seen them before. They haven't been chatting at all. And they'll come in, they'll just put N, and then the next one letter they're gonna put, you know what it's gonna be, and it's gonna keep going. You can, I guess, you can find the thing on the internet as a thing, I guess. Someone posted it in my long stream yesterday. Yesterday was my anniversary stream, so it was 12 hours of streaming, which is a long time for me. I don't usually go that long. I was tired afterwards. But I'm good now. So I didn't know that existed either until yesterday. Thank you, Kelsey. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. The plan, we got our DK to 125, which we're gonna leave it for now until what fourth job comes out. We're getting this guy to 125. Ever seen Among Us with something and ridiculous things? Oh, like dicks and Rick. Yeah, I've seen that. You can do some crazy shit with just symbols and stuff. And it's in human nature, mostly kids. It's mostly kids. You would think it's adults, but most of the time the people that do shit like that, like try to be edgy and put like swastikas, say the N-word in chat, do that kind of thing for rage bait and trying to get banned permanently on the platform. Usually that's kids. People like under like 15. Right? Who think, oh, the people don't like it, but that makes me funny. Like, no, it doesn't make you funny. Usually just butt heads. Yeah, it's usually very young, immature people who think doing that kind of stuff on the internet is funny. And it's not. It's never been funny. It won't ever be funny. You'll learn that it's not funny later in your life, and if you don't, you're gonna probably live under a bridge. It's the kind of thing where you either learn it, you either know it's like that from the beginning, and you know not to do that kind of thing because you're not an immature asshole, or you're the kind of kid who wasn't taught that kind of thing. You don't know it's not good. You learned that some people find things offensive and you find that funny for some reason, and you either learn that eventually that that's not the way to go about living your life and fix your ways, or you're just not gonna be able to function in society well at all, if at all. It can also get you canceled. It can prevent you from getting jobs, and if you're doing that as a young kid, that would, and friends will leave you. Absolutely. It can also prevent you from getting jobs too. Imagine doing some shit as like a 12-year-old, and now you can't get hired anywhere because of a mistake you did when you were 12. That would suck. Right? Why don't my friends like me? Because you're a fucking asshole. Right? Hey, Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan! You're a real piece of work, Arthur Morgan. You're a bad man, Arthur Morgan. Hey, Kara. Tell me to shut up? Fuck you. Fuck you, Kara. One last time for the people in the back. If you're new here, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd appreciate it here on Twitch. I stream every single day. I play lots of ChronoStory. And I'm going to continue playing ChronoStory into the possible future. Love to see what the content both day comes up with. So if you're here for that, leave a follow. I play it a lot. So if you enjoy it, I also enjoy it. Help a homie out, will ya? Anyway. You know ball. I don't know what that means. Depending on when my wife is home. Stream will end after about 3 hours. And then I gotta make a short. I haven't made short in a couple days. I've been preparing for the fuck you too. Man, that took you forever to respond with, Kara. I've been putting off making shorts because I've been working on doing planning and doing stuff for the anniversary stream that happened yesterday. So now that that's over, I can finally devote some time to making shorts again. Fuck off your multitask. Got it. Get your food, fat ass. Get your food. You're a dumb guy, Arthur Morgan. Don't want to wait to see what that will entail, so goodbye forever. After the Ranger is done at 125, I don't know what I want to make next. I have a hero, but I have like the hero is over level 100. The hero is like level 105, 106 or so, right? On my alt account. I don't know if I even want to train that hero anymore. After seeing the updates for, and like I was hoping for something cool for 4th job. Hero's great. But I don't really like the choices they made for 4th job hero. Making Brandish multi-attack is cool, but it's kind of eh. And you can open 2 instances. So for example, if you want to make a hero for Rage Mule, you could. You could make a HS Mule if you want to devote that much time to it. So yeah, you can absolutely open 2 instances. You can't. I know you can do it on the same computer somehow. I don't know how to do it on the same computer. I have a secondary computer here on my left, which I use for monitoring the stream usually. But sometimes when I'm playing ChronoStory and I feel like I need that extra boost, I'll log onto my alt account for something. If I'm training on my alt account, sometimes I'll log onto this one for HB, Hyperbody, right? And then sometimes I'll log onto the other account for Rage. Usually not as necessary on this account though. This account doesn't really need Rage most of the time, but any account could use Hyperbody, so it's possible. I'll turn down the music a little bit. There we go, that's better. A little less blaring in my ears, so it makes me not want to shout it. Don't make me want to scream and shout as much. The main draw of making alt accounts is that you can make more characters, right? So if all your character slots are filled and you want to make a new character, you got to make an alt account. If you have good buffs you can give to your alt account on your main account, great. You can log in there and give it those. Why didn't Eat It show up? Did it not show up? Oh no, there it is. It didn't make the sound though. It should have had the guck 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 noise. I don't know why it didn't. It just did the thing. Weird.
That's why we love our dog. Love you, babe. Love you, babe.
Thanks, Kara. He's scamming us, chat. Yeah, my bad. I think it's Twitch. The fire thing I use for like that last one that just played, that's a video. So it just plays the video. So it has attached audio. Twitch sometimes freaks out for no reason. You gotta reset stuff in Twitch to work. So the fire stuff will always work as long as it's working. Like if as long as the fire stuff is synced and working, it'll always work. The Twitch stuff, Twitch likes to be a real shit ass. It showed the little thing, but it didn't give you the guck 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 noise, which is unfortunate. I don't know why. Oh well. Something for me to fix later. Maybe I'll install it into Fire. instead. Maybe I'll upload it onto Fire instead. At least that way I know it always works. So I can't really trust Twitch to always work. For example, for the longest time, and I haven't fixed it because no one really uses uses it very much. But Quack, I have a thing you can spend points on called Quack, which throws a big duck at me. It's supposed to also make a quack sound, but the quack sound stopped working at one point for no reason. I think I'm gonna add the quack sound to Kabonk as the noise it makes when it hits me, instead of having it be part of Twitch's reactive thing. That way I have more control over it always working. Hello, Biku, welcome back. Can't stay for long. No worries, man. No worries. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Came and said hi, and that's totally fine. Yeah. As a streamer, I've noticed that Twitch gives you some fun toys to work with, but a lot of those toys don't work all the time. A lot of their toys are just broken. Like, not, like, unless you're using the built-in sounds that the thing comes with, a lot of the time it'll just, like, eventually the sound you picked will stop working for no reason. So you gotta do, like, weird shit to get to work all the time, and you gotta troubleshoot a lot. I don't really want to deal with that, so I'm just gonna start using externals that I can hook up to it. In this case, the Fire thing, and then Kabonk. Kabonk is already an external thing, but I had hooked up the sound to Twitch instead. Like an idiot. I should have just made it a fucking soundbite for the for the thing hitting me. Already at 40%. Already there. Man, 40% in 20 minutes is pretty good at level 118. Really boils down to hitting hard enough, having a really big hitbox. You know, that's something I want to talk about real fast. For fourth job, we know what's going to happen with DK, and as long as they don't nerf the fuck out of their new fourth job attack. What's it called? I always forget the name of it. Like, pull up the name. Hold up. Dark Impale. You're right. Thank you. Dark Impale. As long as they don't nerf the fuck out of Dark Impale's damage, it'll be really good still. I don't mind if they nerf its reach a bit. That's fine. As long as its reach is within its animation, it's fine, right? You can't make the reach of an attack not hit inside its animation. Like right here, right? Sometimes it hits inside the animation, sometimes it doesn't. It's a little wonky, but it's fine. But as long as its entire reach reaches inside its visual reach, it's fine. But if they nerf it too much, it becomes kind of a dead skill almost, right? It's not going to be a dead skill, it'll be your new mobbing attack, but really, honestly, it should just be your new attack, right? It should be for bossing and mobbing, unless they want to add a skill that buffs your third job single target skill. Technically, it targets 3 mobs, but your single target skill, if they want to buff that one, great, do that. Otherwise, Dark Impale should be the thing that does bossing and mobbing, right? There's no reason to not have it. It's your main attack skill. You have 970 Ms. Merp points somehow. Nice, Twiz. Nice. Hell yeah. At the end of yesterday's stream, we refunded everyone's points that they've spent over the last few months. Basically as both as a thank you and so they could keep throwing stuff at me until the end of the stream. Enchanted D-Crusher. Yeah, right. If they want to buff Crusher and leave the mobbing skill as a mobbing skill, great. But the mobbing skill still needs to hit really hard, right? I don't think that there is any way they're going to be able to make it hit hard enough to be useful. You have 1K now? Excellent. Now you can throw pipes at me if you wanted to, or you could save it for longer. I don't think there's any way they can really make Dark Impale good enough to be their main mobbing skill, but also weak enough to not be your bossing skill. Without it being worse than the other dragon attack. Wee wee wee. Thank you, Twiz. I appreciate it. So I think they can go either way, depending. As long as they don't nerf it too hard, it'll be fine. If they don't remove it, hopefully they don't remove it. Most players are totally fine with Dark Impale. Dark Impale is my favorite skill. I hope they don't remove it. If they remove it, I don't play DK anymore. Right? I don't care. Ah, a rock. I really don't care. Right? If they remove, if they show off Dark Impale, it's like, great, new attack skill. Well, the players kind of didn't like it that much, so we removed it. No. I'm no longer a DK main. I'm an Archer main until they release Iran, essentially, right? Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me is what I'm saying. But for Archer, what I'm hoping for is a mobbing skill, right? Our main mobbing skill right now is this, and it's a really good skill. The fire skill is also pretty cool. I don't have it right now. I do like my outline, yes. I do. I've already had it removed today. I'd rather not have it removed twice. Let's see. So our mobbing skill is good now, right? But later it's not going to be that good. In fact, it's not even that good compared to other mobbing skills in the game right now. People think it's pretty weak. Hello, Basie. Welcome in. And my outline is now... Oh. You asshole. My outline is only there to keep me... make it so I pop out of the background. Come on, man. I can't believe you've done this to me, you fucking heathen. But for fourth job, we either need a buff to this attack, which I think could be actually kind of cool. A buff to this attack would be cool. In fact, a buff to this attack and Inferno would be cool. So like Air Rain and Inferno, some kind of attack that buffs with those, that would be cool. Although they could release a new attack as well. I think Arrow Stream could be a good attack. Not the most modern version of Arrow Stream, the one before they updated it. Before they updated it, it was cooler in my opinion. The newest update looks kind of mobile gamey to me. But the one before the newest update for Ranger looks really good. And I'd recommend Arrow Stream. Arrow Stream is cool. But I think just buffing this skill would be better. Maybe combine them. Kind of, right? Make it so it only buffs this skill, but now it also inflicts burning, like from Inferno. Inflicts Inferno's burning. And then also does more damage. Obviously, it needs more damage in general, but they could probably add like 2 more lines to it. It'd be really good. In fact, the way to buff this, the way to buff Arrow Rain and make it really good, make it so it has the full success rate from Quick Draw. Make it so it has a 60% success rate from Quick Draw. That's how you buff Arrow Rain into being really good. You'd still need to increase the damage slightly, but not by much. Not by a ton, just a little bit. If anything, it would just be a buff to that skill, and then like a slight damage buff to this. Like, bam. That could be interesting. I don't mind using this attack forever. This attack is really good. It feels good to use. They could also change Hurricane into a multi-target skill. Right? They could buff Hurricane. Now I have a weird suggestion for Hurricane. I haven't suggested this one in the forums. Here's my suggestion to you all that are watching the stream right now. If you've played Ranger. Hurricane is a single target skill, hits a lot. But what if they made it like the Wind Archer's skill, the Wind Archer from Modern, where although it still locks down your movement and you can't jump with it, so you have to stand still with it. It shoots out extra projectiles that hit multiple enemies. Right? Like it shoots out wind bolts or whatever that hit multiple enemies other than your first enemy. Right? Turning it into like this like Gatling gun that has a lot of like shrapnel damage, but like the shrapnel damage is good enough to work to where it is a good mobbing skill. Right? I feel like that could be good too. And then you just make it so that shrapnel doesn't proc as often against bosses. Or something. I don't know. There's stuff that you can do. It'd be cool having a Hurricane thing that can hit multiple mobs, even if you can't move with it. But that could still be pretty weak. Who knows? Who knows? It's hard to know. A small buff they could give to Archer as well, just outside of it, outside of anything, that isn't like even a buff. It's just kind of a, I mean, it is kind of a buff, but not a huge one. What if for Arrow Rain, right? You see how Arrow Rain is centered on the Archer? What if instead, just scoot it forward? So now it's in front of the Archer. Just make it so the corner of the bottom left of the hitbox of it is where the Archer is standing. So it doesn't hit behind you, and it only hits in front of you. I feel like that extending its range like that would be really beneficial to being able to mob without getting hurt as often. That would open up some kind of cheesy spots in certain areas, possibly. But I feel like it'd be a nice quality for archers, so we don't have to stand in the middle of combat. So we're not really, we're pretty squishy. I don't know. Hard to know. I feel like both. A lot of those options I just said are pretty decent. Already 60% of the way in. 30 minutes since we last leveled up. Probably respec after this level. I'd like to max out Puppet and Inferno instead of... can I even max out Inferno? Let's see. It requires 30. How many more points do I get? 6. Damn. My avatar is androgynous. It's not female. It is male. But it's a cartoon character, so it's kind of hard to tell. I'm my own mascot. Ducks, sorry. I'm my own mascot. You don't need to apologize. It's confusing on purpose, right? It's not physically attractive. It's not a girl. It's also not really designed to be a boy either. It's just designed to be kind of in the middle. Like, it has feminine features and it has masculine features. It has both, right? But nothing really conventionally attractive, which makes it more androgynous. It's designed to be unattractive. It's designed to be visually appealing, but not attractive. You know? Like, it looks like a classic cartoon character of some kind that could have been on Cartoon Network or Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, but doesn't look like a hot anime boy or girl. Like, I want my character to be sexualized, so it's designed to be androgynous. It'll help. If I get popular at some point in the future, it'll help mitigate the fan art. The hair is long, which does it, right? The face doesn't really look feminine per se, but the character is very thin, right? My character is very thin. But they don't have an hourglass shape to their body. Their body shape is rectangular. It's just a big, like, tube, essentially, right? The face is round and soft, which is a feminine feature, but is more of a childish feature than it is a, like, feminine feature, if that makes sense. All right? Buck teeth equals beaver. You're not wrong. As we've said in chat earlier, more like Goofy. Like you said, Goofy from a Goofy movie. Hell, I even have the thin-ass neck that Goofy has. Good question, though. Good question, though. I don't mind talking about the design principles of my character, absolutely. I'll add back my outline so you can kind of see it better off the background. It kind of blends in the background a little bit if it doesn't have the outline. That's why I have the outline. But someone turned off my outline, asshole. I have that as a toggle. That toggle is actually there meant to turn this back to normal, and then also allow me to know if someone summoned McMurphy's with points. It also tells me that now I have to change back. McMurphy's doesn't have a way. I don't have a way to toggle McMurphy's on and off. I think I can probably do that, but I'm not sure how. If I can figure that out, it'd be easier. But it tells me when. You feel like you've seen a similar character on some cartoon. That's what I'm saying. Malkovich. You're exactly correct. You have not seen this character, but it feels familiar. That's the whole design. That's how I designed my character. I wanted my character to evoke nostalgia of, like, between the 90s and 2010s of cartoons. If you grew up in the 90s, it'll feel familiar. If you grew up in the 2000s, it'll feel familiar. And if you grew up in the 2010s, it'll feel familiar. The design principles I picked are there to make it feel like something you've seen before, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Just so you know, I'm a professional animator. I've worked in the animation industry for a number of years. I graduated from a top animation college, so I'm very, very familiar with the design principles of cartoons and how to get things to evoke certain feelings from people. The whole design principle of it, using the skills that I've learned over my time at being in the animation industry, was made just to make it feel like something you've seen before without it actually being something you've seen before. Yeah. It has shape language from, like, Gravity Falls and Steven Universe. It has some, like, shape language and, like, outfit design from things like Hey Arnold or Rocco's Modern Life. It has, like, the fun and the kind of evokes old Disney stuff with Goofy. It, you know, like, I pulled from everywhere here with this character when I was making it. Kind of nerding out a little bit. This is my main skill set. Art, animation in particular. Hey Arnold to W, exactly right. People have also pointed out stuff that I didn't even have that was intentional. Goofy wasn't technically intentional for me, but I was evoking Disney. So I'm guessing, because I made this character well before. I made this character for a pitch. I made this character for an animation pitch, and then I repurposed it for VTubing. I redesigned it a little bit, not very much. I got rid of like an eye patch and added the beanie, because before it was just like a headband. It was for an animation pitch, which didn't end up picking up, and that's fine. Most pitches don't, and I'm glad that I got to keep the character for VTubing. But I wanted, at the time I was trying to design a character that was appealing without being able to be sexualized, that evokes everyone's nostalgia, which is the whole point of this character, which I think definitely is probably one of the reasons why I didn't get why that show didn't get picked up. But that's fine. That's fine. It's a neutral design, yeah. It's a neutral design in terms of man or woman, specifically on purpose. But the design itself is meant to be eye-catching, but also makes you think about cartoons you watched as a kid. I've also been compared to Parappa the Rapper, which I have never played Parappa the Rapper, so that was not in my design philosophy at all. I feel like Parappa the Rapper's design philosophy was Western cartoons. So it ends up feeling like that, even though that wasn't part of my design philosophy. Instead, it was part of theirs, which is funny. Simplicity is good in cartoons, by the way. Simplicity is good when you design. So if you've ever seen cartoons that are released versus their pilot episodes, some of them are simpler in their pilot episodes, but most of them are way more complicated in their pilot episodes. If you've ever seen like the Adventure Time pilot episode, it looks simpler. But that's because Pendleton Ward isn't a very good artist. He's more of a he's an in-betweener. The animation that he does is he'll take 2 cells of animation and he'll draw the exact drawing in between those 2 cells of animation. You don't need to be very good as an artist to be able to do that. It's Adventure Time. Come on, grab your friends. Absolutely. Pendleton Ward, the creator of Adventure Time, isn't a very good animator. He was a cleanup artist and an in-betweener. So his whole way of doing it was that. So when he got the opportunity to pitch for a animated show on Cartoon Network, the pilot that he did was very crude because his design philosophies are... It's similar to like the guy who creates One Punch Man, right? They're not the best artists ever, but their ideas are very good, and they've worked in their industries long enough to be able to get pitches like that. That can happen. That just takes practice, Malkovich. But if you look at a show like Steven Universe, just chill TV, bro, you still on Chrono? Of course I am, man. Of course. Always. Welcome back, by the way. Welcome back. Always glad to see familiar faces. But if you look at the pilot, the Steven Universe, all the character designs and even the whole world design of it is super complicated compared to the end result of the show. You have 810? I don't know what that means, Kara. So they had to simplify all the character designs down, and even the whole conceptual design of the show, just to make it work properly in animation, because it's too expensive to do something that complicated. The Discord ain't working? Let me see. Seems working to me. It might be your internet or something. It might be your internet or something. Chill. Dumbo, eat my ass. I still don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, you're eating. Okay. That's not dumb. You're just rage baiting at this point. God, my inventory is filling up fast. Do I not have it all upgraded? Let's check. Right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh. Thanks, Kara. And pipes. Okay. Just swipe. Kara's a mod. He's been around for a while. Don't worry about Mokovich, it's fine. But that is funny. You are the correct. Could you link Chrono Discord by chance? Thanks, Chill. I appreciate it. Oh, shit. Let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. There you go. There's the link to the Discord. I've already lost my train of thought. Well, at least the happy anniversary is pretty cheap, eh? I mean, you can do that. You could do that. Technically speaking, any VTuber could do that. Every VTuber that's ever streamed is streaming naked, by the way, just so you know. Every VTuber. But here I am, streaming in jeans and tennis shoes. I'm wearing shoes and jeans while streaming. Well, every VTuber is a 50-year-old fat, bald white man, just so you know. Every single one, including Iron Mouse. Do I have a dress jacket too? No, it's too hot for a jacket, but I am wearing a polo shirt. I have polo shirts not by choice. I don't like polo shirts. But my grandparents in particular, as I was growing up, whenever they would give me shirts for like Christmas or whatever, it was always polo shirts. And they know my stance on polo shirts. I don't like them. But I got one on. Because I have them. Polos suck. I don't like how they feel around the neck. I'd prefer a regular t-shirt. Or even just a button-up. Don't go in between. Give me a button-up or a... Yeah, because we don't waste in this house. Yeah. I don't like the way they feel around the neck. And like, it's in between a fucking t-shirt and a dress shirt. Just wear a button up if you want to wear a button up, and wear a fucking t-shirt if you want to wear a t-shirt. God. But me, not other. Yeah, that's about right. No, actually, I'm a 30-year-old white man with a beard and equally long hair to my V2 model. In fact, actually, my hair is longer than my V. I have bigger hair than my V2 model now I say that out loud. But yeah, I also don't wear glasses unless I'm driving. I do have glasses for driving, and only on days where my eyesight's bad. Sometimes my eyesight's good. It really depends on how I slept the night before. Yeah, they're for driving. I'm nearsighted, so I can't see stuff far away. But sometimes I can. Sometimes I can. I'm a Viking. Yeah, you got it. Skull!
It's like looking into the face of an angel, Andy. It's too much for humans.
You don't come back from infinity, Andy.
Love that one. Thank you, Kara. I appreciate it. But I do have glasses. They're for driving. They're not as big and round as these ones, though I do have relatively round glasses for driving. Just 'cause I like how round glasses look. Meat Canyon's the best. He is pretty good, ain't he? My wife despises it, yet. Also, hello, Taha. Welcome in. Love seeing new faces around these parts. How you doing, partner? That hit 119. No text from my wife yet, so she's not off work. Yes, that's good. For me. We're probably able to get to 120 before ending the stream. Hell yeah. Doesn't mean this character will be done yet. We gotta get this character to 125, but... should use the last one. Am I still in the animation industry? Not particularly. I still get freelance requests every once in a while. And when I'm feeling it, I'll take it. But that doesn't happen very often these days because of AI. The AI stuff is making everyone freak out in the industry. Mostly CEOs and whatnot that decided to lay off like thousands of people in the animation industry in favor of AI that wasn't ready to work on animation yet. So they could then hire a bunch of people, more people than they had on before, to then make it so AI worked properly, and now they're spending more money and losing money for something they think will eventually save them money, but isn't saving them any money right now, and doesn't seem to be for the foreseeable future. So, less jobs in the animation industry. It's the reason why I'm not in the animation industry anymore as much. And hopefully they lose a lot of money, but that's how it is. Never heard of him. Meet Arnold. Let me see. Oh, this guy. I've seen this guy before. I mean, I have the teeth, but they're on the top. Otherwise, and the eyes look similar because he has big eyes. Although mine are glasses. So I guess I could see the design similarities. Round head, big eyes, buck teeth. Although his are like the bottom teeth. Remember the cartoon Being Ian? Let me look this up and make sure. Let me re-jog my memory. All right, that's a Canadian cartoon. I don't think it was aired here in the United States. I think instead we got Arthur. We got the similar styled cartoon Arthur. Doxing yourself, tell me you're Canadian. SMH. SMH my head. Now I know you're in Canada. Yep, only Canadian. At least it wasn't in the United States, so I can imagine it was only in Canada. There's quite a few cartoons that only air in certain countries. Depending on the popularity, the studio that made the cartoon, stuff like that, they sometimes stay in their own countries. The first season of Bluey was only in Australia until it was so popular that it broke the fuck out of Australia, and now it's everywhere. It was so popular that Bluey just like busted the top off its lid and ended up in every country everywhere. Dox their address. You're right. You're right. I do that all the time. Yeah, no worries. Haven't seen it. Looks nice. Looks similar to Arnold. Or not Hey Arnold. Looks similar to Arthur. Probably the same animation studio, I would imagine. Was Being Ian made by the same studio that made Arthur? No. Studio B Productions. Arthur's produced by Sinar. Okay, that makes sense. Over here, most children's shows used to be live action, but now they tend to get imported. Yeah, that makes sense. That tends to happen with the internet age and whatnot. It's much easier to get imported TV shows for children, and as long as the state, the place that you live in, the country you live in, and its particular stance on learning and education is westernized, then having a Western cartoon is not bad at all. When it comes to children's cartoons, to be fair, Bluey is Australian, so if you've seen Bluey, that's an Australian one. Yeah. Now they're AI slop. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, Peppa Pig is British, but you can tell by the accents. Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't watch Peppa Pig now. Peppa Pig is way too geared towards little children. But I would absolutely sit through an episode of Bluey. Bluey is made by animators who understand the idea that adults will be watching it too with their kids, so they throw in stuff that make it entertaining for adults as well as kids, which is the ideal, right? You want your shows to be you want your shows and movies and in animation to be appealing to other than my cartoon character here. My V2 model is different. I'm not here for kids. Kids get banned immediately on my stream. If I know you're under 18, if I know you're under 15, you're absolutely automatically banned. If you're 15 or older, 15 to 17 is on the fence. Depends on maturity. 18 plus you're fine. But when it comes to cartoons and movies and things, like, the goal is really to make it so it's entertaining for both kids and adults. You just have the intro from Being Ian stuck in your head when someone starts to say lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, Being Ian. That's funny. That's cute. Oi, mate. Yeah. Okay, full inventory. Let's sell it. Man, fuck. So fast. Love talking cartoons. Love it when the chat likes talking cartoons. Hello, Francisco. Welcome in. We're talking cartoons right now. I grew up on the Magic School Bus. That's the one that I liked when I was a kid. The Magic School Bus. And Blue's Clues. The original run of Blue's Clues, by the way. The original run of Blue's Clues. I have lots of thoughts behind my eyes, but they're not about the game. That's kind of how late stage grinding in MapleStory goes. I'm at the point where I'm like 1 level away from the next job advancement, but I still have 6 more levels to go before we actually get the job advancement. So I'm not really thinking about the game as much as I am chatting with the chat. This game is great as an as kind of like a turn your brain off game. Unlocked a core memory, hell yeah. Yeah, it's about right. And mindlessly spamming AoE abilities, exactly. Just 1 button. Well, a couple buttons, but still. You were an early season SpongeBob kid. A lot of old Disney Channel shows. Let's see. Early SpongeBob, first season SpongeBob was goated. Definitely. First, like, 3 seasons were goated. Up until the movie. First season's the best because it's all hand animated. It wasn't the last show to be hand animated. The last television show to be hand animated, I believe so, was Ed, Edd and Eddy. That was the last show that was hand animated. You got a pack. Fuck you, man. Is it the Chaos Crystals? You got to go to Leafree. It's not just Chaos Crystals, actually. It's more than just that. Chaos Crystals, and then so there's a pre-quest you do in Leafree, a couple quests you do, like a little quest line. And then you need Chaos Crystal, a Chaos Crystal. Oh, this guy. And then Dragon Scales. And Dragon Spirit. Yeah. You need Dragon Scales and Dragon Spirits as well. Yeah. No worries, man. No worries. Absolutely. I'm going to shill again for a minute. I hope you guys don't mind. Those that are coming in for the first time on Twitch, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd very much appreciate it. If you're coming in for the first time on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd also appreciate that. I stream every single day. Lots of MapleStory. Lots of other stuff, too. I'm a variety streamer. I stream lots of stuff. But lately, I've been on a ChronoStory kick. I'm going to continue with ChronoStory until we get this character to 125. I'll probably play another character as well on occasion until 4th job comes out. And then I'll be playing a lot once 4th job comes out. So if you love the ChronoStory stuff, don't forget to leave a follow. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Love to see y'all here back again. Gotta do that like every hour. Based on how many people I can see are in the chat. Good idea, Cheetah. See you later, Malkovich. Thank you for coming, I appreciate it. Always love having intellectual people in the chat. And not just children. No FM is crazy. I love it. I love it. I loved Reboot when it first came out. That was in that like middle period of late stage MapleStory where it was still like modern, but like not mobile game feeling. Up until like 2023 or 2024. Basically up until up until the most recent thing when they recently changed their UI in the game. That made it feel exactly like a mobile game. Nice talk to you as well. Thank you for coming in. But the UI change in Modern made it feel terrible. I'm gonna stop talking about it because we have an ad. Ah, welcome back, Star. Let me know if you get more. It's usually a 3-minute ad every hour. Yeah, you'd come back and play when they release a new character, or every 3 characters and you make one. Yeah, I'd basically do the same thing, and I'd usually come back when they do like a major revamp as well. I played Reboot when it came out, and I played it all the way until like 2022. Yeah, about there. So like 2016 to 2022, a good like 8-year run, 6-year run. Yeah, 6-year run. And then I would come back regularly until they made it too mobile gamey. A lot of the new characters are okay. The like bunny character is fine, but the game just feels too. For you, the biggest thing is system bloat. I kind of agree with that as well. Too many systems can be overwhelming. I don't mind having, you know, the scrolling and the cubing, but like then you add in cool. Now you have your you have to make multiple characters because you have the fucking system for the Silent Crusade thing, whatever. You gotta do the system for 5th job and for 6th job, 2 different systems. You gotta do system for monster cards now. Link skills, yeah, that's right. And link skills, right? Yeah. That too. Potential and cubing was neat. I didn't like when it first came out because it was all gated. You had to pay money for it when it came out. It was legit cash shop only where you could get cubes when it first came out. Thanks, what's your face? The guy that's currently running GMS right now is the guy who came up with cubes, by the way. That's why I have 0 confidence in classic MapleStory Classic World from being good. Because that guy is a business guy. He like the only reason why he's trying to make the game any better for players over there. Hey B4, welcome back. Hey, good to see you, man. The only reason why he's making the game any better for the players over there right now is because KMS was losing money from the your glasses are $4,000 and you're clear to fix your eyes somehow. Nice. Well, you got a lot of points, man. You got a lot of points. We refunded all the points yesterday from the last couple months. Anyone used? As the both as an anniversary gift, but also to make it so they could keep throwing stuff at me at the end of the stream. So for my anniversary, we refunded all the points that anyone spent in the last couple months. So have fun with those for a bit. Full inventory again, okay. But yeah, he I don't trust him. He was only sent to GMS because they were losing money from GMS. Now you made me evil. Thanks. It's a business. Gacha's fun. You know it's going to be 2x coupons. Those are going to be in the cash out from day 1. And then pets are going to be mandatory for really good, and they're gonna add in modern MapleStory's surprise style crates, and then they're also gonna add in pet crates for permanent pets, and then yeah, a vac pet that you have to spend like over $100 just to guarantee one from the fucking box, just like they do with GMS, you know, all that shit. That's what it's gonna be. Not gonna lie, why streamers are brain rot. The laugh disco is scump. What? You don't watch streamers, Edward? That's fine. So it's gonna be totally pay to win, right? I know. I am certain of it. Like the main goal of Inkwell isn't to make the game better. Romania? Did I mispronounce it, or did I skim over it? My bad. Like auto mode? What do you mean by auto mode? But I don't have faith in them. I really don't. Inkwell is there for business. He's making the game better to make it more tolerable to their audience, right? He's making the game better to make it more tolerable to the audience, just so they can then make you spend money on the game. Like that's all they're doing, and they're not doing it all at once. They're not doing everything the players want. That's why ever since the very first Inkwell notice that they did, has been wait, who wants auto mode notice? Exactly right. The only reason why. Like every single Inkwell notice that he's released so far, it's done stuff that people like, but not all the things they like. Like it's like he's doing 50% of what the people want, and that's it. Because he's looking for a good middle ground. He wants the players to be happy enough with the game to spend enough money on it that Nexon is making money, but enough to where Nexon can still make it annoying enough to nickel and dime you to death. Which is why, like with the most recent notice, it was like, cool. We're not getting rid of the cash transfer thing, because right now you can only transfer cash items between characters once a year. Well, they're making it 4 times a year. In KMS, they made it so it's unlimited. You can just do it whenever you want. That shouldn't have been a limitation in the first place. But they're only making it 4 times a year now because the players have been wanting it, because they want you to spend more money. Because they don't make enough money here. They make enough money in Korean Maple in KMS, so they can give it to them for free. But here they want you to spend more money because they need to facilitate having the game open over here. So they're just looking for little middle grounds to make it so they can keep the game over here, so it's like a reason to have it open. And the only reason why people aren't playing it is because they keep doing this shit. If they made the game really good for players, everyone would be playing it, right? But they're just making it kind of annoying. So I don't trust Inkwell at all. I think the only reason why he decided to do a old school server, an old school version, is because it was very clear that the Western audience wanted that specifically, and that's where they're gonna make their money from now on. Just like how old school RuneScape makes just like how RuneScape makes the company that owns RuneScape, Jagex, they make all their money from old school RuneScape. They don't make it from modern RuneScape. All their money comes from there. So that's what Nexon's hoping for. They're hoping that, yeah, cool. Obviously, you can make the game better, but your best bet to make money over here in the West is to make an old school server. Because people are going to play it. This is a very carrot on a string. Yeah. I try to figure out the minimum possible to have. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It was probably given to him as his job description. Like, yeah, you're going to be in charge of GMS. We're going to be separating GMS from KMS because the goal that we've been doing the last few years of making it so GMS is in line with KMS all the time, and everything that we do, they do, isn't working for their player base. Their player base doesn't like it. So instead, do it the way that you think their player base will do it, but only enough to make it so we make money. No longer is don't make it the same as KMS. It's not working. Figure out a middle ground that makes us happy and them happy, which is fine. But if they made the player base happy specifically, they'd be happy. So you know what I mean? Sounds good, Edward. Well, they just got a lot more money grabs and GMs. You hope they make more money and make OSM a good game. I'd hope so. I also kind of hope they don't, because I'd like everyone to migrate to ChronoStory. ChronoStory is really good. That's my little hope. They make it so bad that everyone's like, yeah, screw this. Let's go to ChronoStory. In your honest opinion, that the onboarding of the current day GMS is horrible? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Chrono's very fun. It has everything that I'd want in, like... ChronoStory feels like if Nexon was a good company and they made a version of old school MapleStory in the way that they think players would have fun playing it. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's not the exact experience you were looking for, but players are, in my opinion, people don't actually know what they want. People think of nostalgia as this thing that they want to... Like, nostalgia is this thing that you remember that you want to re-experience, but there's no re-experiencing it. With how we are as adults now, everyone who used to play old school MapleStory back in the day, we don't have the time for a long, grindy game like it was. The only way a long, grindy game like that is going to work for adults now is if we had the income and the want to spend that income on the game to make the grind easier. And that's what they're banking on right now. ChronoStory is if they banked on... Is if they were banking on, let's make the game as fun as possible. And that will bring in players. Don't make it grindy and sell the option away. Make the game fun, and then people will come and play it. That's what ChronoStory is versus modern. Not modern versus the Classic World. Classic World is gonna make the game grindy because that's what players wanted, and then sell you a way to make it less grindy. ChronoStory is giving you a game that's fun, not quite as you remember, but in a way that respects your time without selling you a solution to it. Does that make sense? Also, part of what makes you sort of feel a lot towards old school MapleStory is a lot of people underestimate how disrespectful old school MapleStory. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I just said, right? Exactly now that instead of using it as a social network, you could just, use Discord. Yep. That was one of the main fun reasons to old school Maples. It was a social network. Now there's no reason for the social network because Discord exists. Right? You're 100% right. It's a fun game. It's like a mini game now since it's on MapleStory Worlds. I mean, kind of, right? MapleStory Worlds was the perfect thing. If they really wanted to make a classic MapleStory experience, they should have just made their own MapleStory World server. Have Nexon themselves make a classic MapleStory server on MapleStory Worlds. That's where it should have been. By convincing people to go and use the new system they just released, they're going to have more competition. But the official thing is what people are going to come for. But they're also going to spend money on other places, too. Buddy List is too clunky. It is, but like, if Nexon itself started using MapleStory Worlds as their old school server thing, right? If that's where they were making old school MapleStory, which they aren't, but if they were, they would have to fix all of the little problems that the players have with it to make it really functional and fun. Those clanky things that are in it right now only aren't being fixed because this was kind of an afterthought. This whole thing was there as a means for players to do stuff in it and make stuff, but they knew very well that players wanted an old school server for the longest time, and the thing that most players were going to do is make old school servers. Is it? Anyway, but yeah, and you're 100% right. The buddy list is pretty clunky. Honestly, I think 99% of people that want old school MapleStory just probably for Big Bang. The problem is the hardcore players who played back in the day want to recapture that old school feeling of the game is really grindy and difficult, and Big Bang doesn't do that. That's why I think ChronoStory is really good. Because the grinding is relatively fast compared, and it respects your time, unlike a real old school server. Players think they want, a lot of players think they want something, or a lot of people think they want something, but they don't actually want that. They'll find after playing for a couple of months at most that, yeah, this game is too grindy for me. I just can't facilitate this in my life at all, so I'm not going to play it anymore. It was fun for a bit, but it takes up too much time to be able to play it. And they don't have it on mobile, so you can't just pull it up on your phone like you can with old school RuneScape. That's why old school RuneScape works, because you can just whip it out on your phone. The only reason old school RuneScape works at all is because you can whip it out on your phone. It's just as grindy. Also, the early game doesn't feel as grindy, which is a benefit. Old school MapleStory feels grindy from the get-go. It's a challenge getting to level 10. Old school RuneScape doesn't have that. It doesn't feel grindy until you hit like level 40 or 50 in a skill. And then, oh, this feels a little grindy for me right now. I'm going to go ahead and switch to a different skill and level that up instead. What's up, Edward? Wasn't difficult either. It just, yeah, it's ultra grindy, right? Yeah. I don't even know what that is, and I don't intend to. Thank you for letting me know not to do the thing that I didn't know I wasn't going to do in the first place. I appreciate it. But yeah. It's just disrespectful towards your time. I think people in general would prefer Big Bang in its leveling speed. And like Old School in its... Please stop telling me not to watch it. I've already committed that I won't. You don't need to push me to not watching something that I already intend to not watch. Thank you. Also not constructive. Sorry. But yeah, I think people would prefer a Big Bang server, but the people who want an Old School server would never try it. That's the problem. I think the people who want an Old School server would more enjoy a Big Bang server than an Old School server, but they won't try it. They just want the officially licensed MapleStory, Nexon-made Old School server, and they're going to get burnt out on it in a couple of weeks and never touch the game again. And then later say, yeah, this isn't what I remembered. Or, no, the game is great, you should try it. I'm not playing it anymore because it's too grindy, but if you like grindy games, you'll like it. Like, no, if you like grindy games, play RuneScape. It respects your time because the early levels aren't difficult, and the later levels can be done AFK or on your phone. That's like my whole opinion on Old School MapleStory in general is like, yeah, it's great, but Nexon will never treat it the way it needs to be treated. And the fact that they announced it when they did was just throwing salt into a wound that no one knew existed. Because there were so many projects in the works on MapleStory Worlds that never got to see the light of day. Because when all of them were like 30% into their creation. Sure. Because like 30% of their creation, they just said, hey, we're making our own Old School server with fucking... It is very nice. It is. We're making our own Old School server. So everyone stopped making their Old School servers on Worlds. I'm very glad that Bote kept working on it. But like, there were like 4 or 5 other projects that just died instantly. The day that was announced. For a game that probably won't even be very good. And even if it's the best version of Old School Maple, most people won't want that. It's also one of my favorite skills as well. Actually, I prefer the Big Bang version of Strafe. It has a better sound to it. Like, this looks and sounds good, but the fourth job archer, I think it was a crossbowman skill actually, where crossbowman got a version of Strafe in 4th job that was super satisfying to use. But I do like Old Schools as well. I just think I like that one more. I love going on rants about MapleStory and talking about animation. Lovely. Yeah, you're the staunchest Big Bang defender. I agree. I love Big Bang. Big Bang was great. It's just they introduced a few new systems. One system was really good. The cubes are really good, and potential is really good, but only if you can earn cubes in game and fully cube out your gear without using the cash up. So I think as it came out, it was bad. But everything about the leveling speed and the bossing, maybe not the bossing. The bossing was still really easy in Big Bang. I think once they the bossing of pre-Big Bang, but the gameplay of post-Big Bang. That's what I like. Right there. You can't solo any bosses. You need to have a party to do bosses. But you can grind to level 120 in a time frame that doesn't take you like 5 months to get there. You know? Doesn't take you a year or more to get there. I also really like Resistance. I agree with that. I like the hero classes. I'm not a big fan of Evan, but every single other one's really good. That's just my opinion on Evan. I think Evan's fine. I can't wait for Iran to come out in ChronoStory, because that's what I want to play. That's old school Iran with the ability to hold down the attack key. That's what I want the most. I don't mind not being able to hold down the attack key, but that's just the quality of life it needs, really. That's the only reason why people complain about it. If you could hold down the attack key, it was good. And fun. Having it gated was annoying. I agree. So basically, bossing of old school, but the gameplay of Big Bang is kind of what I'm after. And this is kind of the gameplay of Big Bang, to be fair. 2x EXP is basically the gameplay of Big Bang. We just don't have all the maps yet. You know? This is about the leveling pace you'd be in Big Bang. It's going to take you an hour of grinding at level 119 to get to 120. So it takes you maybe a week if you're grinding for 8 hours a day to get from level 1 to 120, where the longest levels are between levels 55 and 70. 55 and 75. Like, that's about the level pace of Big Bang, yeah. Perfectly fine. Considering leveling up to 120 isn't like endgame stuff. The endgame stuff is bossing and whatnot. I'd love for them to be a 5th job, by the way. I'd love for them to add 5th job, like, not the 5th job from Modern, by the way. I'd love for them to add their own version of what a 5th job in a old school MapleStory server would be. I think Bote would have a field day doing that. I think it'd be great. We had a whole stream discussing what each class would be called. Yeah, I would like that too. And you know what? They were in the works, but a lot of them got canceled because of the announcement of old school MapleStory releasing. There were Big Bang servers being worked on, and there is still one Big Bang server being worked on to this day, but it's still a long ways out. So they're not going to release it like they did with ChronoStory. ChronoStory, because it's old school, you can release it piecemeal. But with a Big Bang server, you really got to release it with 4th job already being out. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why it's taking so long. So I know there is one that's in the works, and I will play that shit when it comes out too. And I'll enjoy it just as much as ChronoStory, I'm sure. Because guess what's going to be in it? Iran. Iran is going to be out with a Big Bang server, because Iran came out in 2008. Big Bang happened in 2010. It is Big Bang with old maps, and the gameplay of old school MapleStory, but it's not as difficult. It's just old school with 2x EXP, with updated some updated animations, some balanced some and a lot of balancing, right? With their own flares. It's Bote's version of old school, essentially, is what it is. I wouldn't even consider it to be like Big Bang, but the leveling speed is similar to Big Bang. It's old school MapleStory, Iron Man, that respects your time, And then with the things that with like the vision of a particular person, like it's someone who adores MapleStory and wants it the way that he would envision it, and Bote does a very good job. If Bote was a dev on a game at Nexon, he would do very, very, very well making a game that would be very popular among people from that like MapleStory stuff. Problem is, he wouldn't be allowed the creative freedom that he has here. So it wouldn't be his vision. So I'm very glad that he's a solo dev, essentially. I wish he had more manpower. But, you know, solo devs... It is what it is, right? And the only reason why it's Iron Man is because of hackers. I've been playing since the game came out. And I was here when you could trade. There were too many hackers. They like hackers. There were DDoS attacks. People were RMTing. It just wasn't a good time. So they got rid of trading altogether. Yeah, I've been here since beta. I participated in most of their betas. I hope you're not late, Dickwad. I mean, you are late, but you got here before I ended. So good job, Kraz. You on your break? You at work? You off work? Scroll genning too. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit that happened with that. So I'm glad they got rid of trading, and I'm glad that it really blew over really well with the player base. I, for one, would love trading in the game, but I don't really want it here, honestly. I don't really want trading here. I don't think it needs it. Just bathroom pissing and such? No worries, man. No worries. Just gonna get your daily thing in. I won't be live when you get off work, I'm sure. I'm not streaming that late today. I'm only gonna stream until we get to 120 here. Gotcha. Thank you for popping in at least, Kraz. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Yeah. And it's too bad. Would love to have trading, but also I don't really feel like I need it here, right? The game is really good as is. Yes. There's stuff I wish they could do here. But, I mean, like, one way they could add trading in here without compromising the old school feel is, like, adding in, like, a blind auction or something. Where you can go to a little auction house in the FM. You can list your items for sale in the auction house, and every day only a certain number of items are sold. Are listed in the auction house. If it doesn't sell in a time period, it goes back to the owner. You list it for a fee. How's my day been? It's been pretty good. Normal. I got a good night's sleep. I had a nice egg salad sandwich for lunch. And, yeah, I made myself some egg salad. That was good. I don't make egg salad normal either. I put a little bit of chicken in egg salad to give it a little bit more body and a little bit more protein. Otherwise, sometimes it can turn out a little wet. Anyway, I want to be a little drier, so having a little bit of chicken. So it turns into like an egg chicken salad. Very good. I also add a few extra seasonings. Like, for example, I add a little bit of blackened seasoning in there. It turns out really good. You have a DK, 50 sin... what third should you make for a farmer? DK is pretty good for farming already. If you want something that levels up really fast, a fire poison mage is really good. But then people would still be able to still bot snipe good deals. Yeah, you're right. It would prove issues. I don't know, man. That sounds incredibly white. I mean, egg salad is good. It's just, I mean, like, if you've ever made tuna, it's just eggs instead, essentially, with a few extra ingredients. And it turned out really good, so, like, I like it. You had a lot of pepper to it. It gives it a good little, like, mouth feel and taste. The fire poison is good. A tough one. As you can see, Bowman is pretty good. But Crossbowman will be better in 4th job, I think. I think Crossbowman is just kind of better in 4th job, especially for grinding. Waiting for Maple Classic. We did have a long discussion on Maple Classic a minute ago. I will play it when it comes out, Elabog. Absolutely I will. But I think I will still prefer ChronoStory over MapleStory Classic. I just don't trust Inkwell to make anything that's actually going to be worthwhile or respects your time as a player. You know what I mean? I will still play it, and I will still probably enjoy it for a short amount of time. I just don't think it'll be worth my time in the long run. In the short run, yes. In the long run, ChronoStory is better. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's Nexon. I do not trust Inkwell at all. He's the guy who made cubes. He was put in charge of GMS to come up with the bare minimum that they can do to appease the player base so they stop losing money. Because they were losing money from GMS. And they found that trying to streamline it with KMS wasn't working. They were losing players. So they had to send fucking Inkwell there to do something. Iran might be coming, yeah, but it's not going to be for a while at least. 4th job's going to be out first, and then they might think about it in the coming months after that. But I don't see it coming until, like, December at the earliest, right? In fact, that would make sense for Iran to come in December, because Iran is a ice-based character, right? A cold character that uses ice and stuff. So, I mean, like, thematically, that would be the fun time to release it that would make sense. But I don't quote me. They'll release it. He'll release it when he wants to release it. I'm sure people are going to want higher level areas to train first as well, because, like, we're going to be getting 4th jobs. People want more place to train. But yeah, no, Alabog, you're 100% right. I do not think they're gonna make it in the way the players actually want it. They're gonna make it in a way that's gonna make it. They're gonna design it in a way that retains you. That's all they want. They want to try to get people back in the game over and over again. So probably FOMO, lots of events, stuff like that. My wife just sent me a message. Perfect timing. That means I can get no, great. By the way, if you're new here and you aren't following, don't forget to leave a follow here on Twitch. I stream every single day. Lots of ChronoStory. I'll be playing a bit of, again, a bit of classic MapleStory when it comes out, Classic World when it comes out. I don't know if I'll be playing it long term. Really depends on how good it is. I don't expect it to be that good, just based on the stuff that's already been shown. But I will play it for a bit. You know what else? But yeah, the Iran will probably be coming eventually. Before you go, you have a hypothetical for me. Oh, Kraz, you have a hypothetical for me. Hell yeah, let's hear it. But yeah, I'd love to see y'all back here. I'll be playing this a lot. I do a variety of games. I stream every day. So it's, of course, I'm not going to play the same game every day. That would drive me absolutely insane. If I only streamed like twice a week, this would probably be my game, right? If I streamed twice a week, I'd probably play mostly ChronoStory. But since I stream every day, I gotta play other games. I play lots of roguelikes. I play a couple other MMOs, Elder Scrolls Online, as an example. And then like a couple survival games, Valheim and Maples. Whoever that was, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Valheim and Grounded and Minecraft. Obviously, the main ones, right? We're lurker friendly, so if you don't want to get a shout out when you follow, it won't tell me your name when you follow. I'd have to look that up, which I can, but I won't shout you out. So if you want to make it known whoever it was that followed, you can, but I won't shout you out otherwise. I thank you very much, though. Would you rather try to jump over every little person you see Or every time you see a blind person with a cane, you have to find a stick and attempt a sword fight with them. I think I'd rather go with the sword fighting aspect, honestly. Honestly, I feel like jumping over every little person is gonna get you fucking shot. But trying to sword fight with a blind person, I think one, I don't run into enough blind people to where I think this will be a problem very often. But even if it did happen, I feel like if you tried to sword fight with a blind person, they would laugh it off. You know, they would probably find it funny. The little people would just get fucking pissed. Thank you for that hypothetical, Prez. That was some shit. The fuck? I'd rather do neither of those things, but that's the one I would do. It was you, Nightblader. Thank you, I appreciate it. You've been here before. What about you, Cheetah? Are you gonna follow? Just kidding, you don't have to if you don't want to, it's fine. You might already be following, maybe we're already, I didn't know. I forget things on a day-to-day basis, I'm stupid. Hello, Vincent! Welcome back, I think. And Stel, welcome back as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd do the same. I feel like that could be thrown into like a situation where it's like, that's kind of funny, instead of something that's like, I'm gonna get shot. Anyway, thank you for coming, Kraz. See you later. Oh, inventory's full. Right as we're about to get a level? Okay, let's do it. When we get this level, by the way, we're not going to end right away. We're going to go over to... we're going to take all this money, we're going to buy a bunch of Gachpon tickets, and we're going to go and waste them all in Lith Harbor. Or we're going to get nothing. We're not going to get anything worthwhile. I have never gotten anything good out of Lith Harbor. Lith Harbor hates me and everything that I do. So yeah, we're getting nothing out of it. But well, yeah, whatever. W gambling, you're right. That's very cute, Stel. Very cute. I do love kittens. I would never own one again, but I do like them. I have cats, but I wouldn't own a kitten again. %, almost. I think we can get this level without rebuffing. Should be fine, I think. Maybe. It looks like we probably will. Thanks for coming, Stel. You have a nice rest of your day, alright? Yeah, we got this without having to do it. It's fine. There we go, 120. Okay, let's go ahead and put in the decks. Thank you, Elbog. Fourth job? No fourth job yet. Fourth job's coming out, they said at the end of next month at the earliest. They've already shown previews for DK. For fourth job DK. So none yet, but we'll be getting it next month. Or the month after that at the latest, probably. So there's that. Fourth job soon though. I'm gonna get this guy to 125 before the fourth job comes out though, because I'd like that. So I get more points by then. Okay, Gachpon tickets. We're gonna do 100. What was air boost skill? Oh, it's very good. Let's go over here so I can show you. What's that? Let's do that. It's so good. If you do it while standing, it does that much. It's not very good. If you do it at the apex of your jump, it does that much. But it takes your momentum into account. So if you do it right when you jump, you get the full height. It's super good. Yep. So it's momentum based. Very, very, very good. Let's go. Wait. Let's go to. We're gonna go to Lith Harbor, and we're gonna spend 131 tickets, and we're still not gonna get the. God, this is like the like 30th time we're spending like over 100 tickets at Lith Harbor, Gachapon, and we're not gonna get anything. I'm looking for any pack. Not a 4-attack pack. I'm looking for any pack. I have spent like 3,000 tickets on this shit. And I refuse. I took a break for a long time, just putting points into putting them into the Omega Sector Gatch instead. All my luck was spent up on the fucking Diamond Arrow. Yeah. I spent so many tickets at this Gachapon. This Gachapon hates me. Omega Sector is where you get your best in slot weapon at the moment. Unwelcome guest, yeah. You can do a quest line to do the unwelcome guest, but when you do the Omega Sector thing, you also have a chance to get Chaos Crystals, and the both the ores and all of the crystals here as well, which you use to make into Chaos Crystals. So it's worthwhile to do. You can also get the earrings. These earrings drop from the Omega Sector. You got a quest in Leafrine Omega, yeah. You'll get Omega Sector quests first. I believe the Omega Sector quests end at level 100. Level 100 is when you get your last quests there. And they're good EXP, and they give you unwelcome guest. I'll show you when after the Lith Harbor things. I have my main is over in the Omega Sector. You just grind until 120 at least, and then do the Omega Sector. You got to do that. Your best in slot weapons there. All right, let's see. Oh wait, I want to go over. We're gonna do the Gachapon first. All good? Hell yeah. Let's do a party because it's gonna. It's bullshit. Yep. And then. Don't need to look at this because I don't want to know what I got yet. I'm just going to look at the bottom right little thing. Chat's covering items. It's alright. I'll show the items in a second. There we go. Now what do we get? Absolutely nothing. Got it. Okay, we got the gray work gloves. That's okay. I'm gonna keep. Well, don't need them actually. No, don't matter. 5 accuracy yellow bath towel isn't bad. Okay. Purple. Nothing else. Sell everything because everything's bad. I'm not keeping anything. I already have an HP set is the problem. I already got one. Otherwise I'd keep it. But I do have one already. For that exact purpose. How many more we got? 83? Maybe like 2 more runs of this? Okay. Not even looking at it now, just letting it run. Seeing what we get. When it tells me I'm no longer getting shit. Okay, inventory space. Welcome in, IDK, welcome in. Okay, we got the black emerald earrings. Those are cool looking, I'll keep them. But not really good. 10 speed's okay. Luck cape isn't. Nothing again. Okay, not even some brown work clips. Do it again. How am I? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Sell everything. Try one more time. One more time. One more go. Boop. We got 35 left. We'll go until they're gone. Oh, we're gonna get nothing. I never get anything from this fucking thing. I think I got a pink adventure cape, actually, just now. I think I saw it. I think I saw it. One weapon attack, though. I'll have to re-roll it. That's okay. That's okay. I can re-roll it a few times. Yeah, at least the pack. I can re-roll that shit. Okay, okay, okay. Everything else is ass, but we got the pack. So now let's... I have the means, I think. I think I can re-roll it like once. It was all your luck? Absolutely. My luck is garbage, so very, yeah. I'm gonna leave it unlocked because we're gonna go re-roll it. Let's see, I'm gonna put it on Merpins. Where are you? There it is. Okay, now sell everything else. And then take these off for now, and that as well for now, and maybe that. Boop. Now let's go over to our DK for a minute. Go. So this, by the way, this is where you go, by the way. This is the NPC down here, all the way at the bottom. There's 2 NPCs you need to know about. Andre here lets you make chaos crystals. And K lets you do stuff. You can craft first unwelcome guest gear, and you can upgrade it all the way up to last, which is 107. You can reroll stats of a clean, unwelcome guest equipment. You can get random materials from Zenomega Fists. You can smelt unwelcome, and you can smelt them. When you smelt them, you get all the materials back. So if you get them from like the Gachbon or from drops, you can do that. Okay, now we got the pack. Let's... I'm gonna need money, actually. Let's head to the shop first. That's not it. This guy. Flurpins, give me all your money, please. 15 mil. Should be enough. That's right, look like a Ron, all right. If you look, if we're gonna have my gear, the only good things here are my glove, 8 strength, 10 attack. My cape is okay. Everything else is basically unscrolled. And then this, the 120 attack, last welcome guest pole arm is pretty good. I also have my spear here, which is 116, but I think with the scaling that I think the pole arm pulls out just slightly with 4 attack more. Now we gotta head to the Leaf Ream, since we got some bullshit. I think I have the materials together. I might need to grab the chaos crystals off of my archer. I forgot. Something like that. There's a thing on the Discord that tells you the exact amounts, but the polearm does have the best damage scaling in the game. It has the highest damage scaling in the game, the polearm does, but it is slower, so if you look at the polearm, it's a 7 speed, and the spear is a 6 speed, right? And I can't really show the difference that much because I have polearm mastery versus spear mastery, but It's not a big difference, but it's about a 5 attack difference. So speed is a 5 attack difference approximately. And then also you got to consider that it's that so it's 5 attack difference, so it's basically having 5 more attack or 10 more attack, something like that. I think it's 5 more attack. And then the scaling is different. So I think the polearm pulls ahead with it being 4 more attack and having better scaling. I think. Okay, dude. Reroll unlocked equipment. Yeah, 1 dragon scale, 1 chaos crystal, 1 dragon spirit. Right, I have the dragon spirit. Do I have chaos crystals on me? Dragon spirit, dragon scale. I got those. I need the crystals off of my dude. I can reroll it twice. Over here. And then I need to get more dragon spirit and whatnot. Flurpins, etc. Chaos crystal. I'll also need more chaos crystals, which I don't want to farm for. Okay. Mose. Two weapon attacks better. And back down to 1. Okay, that's fine. We have 1 more, so if we go get another dragon scale, we can try again. Or dragon spirit. It's fine. We can try 1 more time. We can try 1 more time. We just got to go down to... Entrance to Dragon Forest again. I also need to get stuff off of my other guy, too, to do this. Get all my gear. Boop, okay. Yeah, that's better for now. Hello, Ashton. Welcome in. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. I remember. Always good to see familiar faces. Someone's here. Let's change channels. Their buffs do look pretty sick, to be fair. You're right. My wife sent that message when? On Discord, let's check it while this loads. 30 minutes ago? No, 20 minutes ago. She'll be home soon if she's not already waiting in the car. Yeah, I gotcha. I'm also gonna raid out when I reroll this one. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. There we go, loaded. Oh, accuracy. Oh, I forgot. Shit. Do I have to re-roll for accuracy? Probably do. I don't wanna. Been so spoiled. Forgot accuracy. I don't need a re-roll. I think I have gear for this. Hold up. Got my strength gear, 11 accuracy. Now that one's better. Strength gear. Ten accuracy. I think I have another. I think I sold it by accident, right? That's what happened, right? No buyback features. 6 accuracy's fine. I don't know about that. Six dex is more accuracy. Give that a try. What's my accuracy at right now? Okay. 158, another 10. That should be good, maybe. Wife just got home. It's fine. It's fine. That's better. Not fantastic, but still better. Shouldn't take too long. These drop pretty fast. Or do they? I don't remember. All we need is the one. Eggs. Hello, my love. I'm almost done. Not long. One of these goddamn duders has got to drop it soon, right? Yeah, they do. 0.2%. Okay. What is that? 1 in what? 1 in 500? that? Crossbow attack, okay. Scale! Not what I'm looking for, I'm looking for the other one. Damn it. I knew that was gonna happen. At least we know they're dropping. There we go. Now we can try a reroll. Thank God. Let's try it again, then we'll raid out. Let's see if it's good. I probably won't be. With my luck, it's gonna be no attack, right? It's fine because we can reroll it as much as we want. But here we go. First, let's queue up a raid, and then we'll hit the button. Or do that one. I do not. My wife just got home, Paperback. I'd love to play with you, honestly. I would, but my wife just got home. We got to go run some errands. Also, this is the perfect time to raid. We're gonna raid once I re-roll this. Next time though, Paper. Next time. I've been trying to get you to play with me for a while. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. I stream every single day. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow, as usual. It'll probably be more ChronoStory, depending on when my wife goes to work. If she goes to work at all, maybe we'll play something else. Maybe we'll play some Spire with Paper Bag. In the meantime, let's see what we got. We got one attack. Oh well. Thank you guys for coming. We're going to try to re-roll this more next time. But in the meantime, y'all be great. Please leave a follow here on Twitch. I'd appreciate it. See you later. Goodbye.